team's greatest strength is its discipline. Well, for what he describes as the match which will put the winner in pole position in the race, he's able to call again on his captain, Roy Keane, back from a one-match suspension, and also Paul Scholes, similarly indisposed on Sunday, though in Scholes' case, he only chooses him as a substitute alongside the nearly fit again Ryan Giggs. In his absence, and that of Dennis Irwin, who has a groin strain, the left side places are filled by Philip Neville and Jesper Blomqvist. In contrast, Arsene Wenger is without two players suspended, Manu Petit and Dennis Bergkamp. But Tony Adams and Lee Dixon, injured on international duty last Wednesday, are both fit again. And Nwanku Kanu, the former African Footballer of the Year, is given his Premiership debut. The busy Gary Willard is the referee. Huddersfield on Saturday, Wimbledon yesterday evening, Old Trafford tonight. Not a professional job, but it's taking up a lot of his time. The top scorers, 59 goals for Manchester United in 25 matches against the best defence, only 11 conceded by Arsenal in 24. It's what foreigners would anticipate is a typical Manchester evening. It's been raining most of the day, fine rain, the pitch is quite damp. And just in case you're not sure, it's Arsenal who are wearing the change strip of yellow. Two early touches for Kanu. And here's Anelka restored to the side after being rested against Sheffield United in the match that now never was. Dwight York. Yapstam. Lundqvist on the left touchline. Cole furthest forward. York just behind him. Philip Neville. Tony Adams wins the first of what will probably be many headers.
An intriguing midfield battle here tonight. Button Keane against Hughes and Vieira.
This is Ray Parlour. Open up a bit for him. Anelka. Kanu on the penalty spot. Overmars just behind him. Parlour did well. Swedish Michael out. Good, quick piece of thinking by Dixon.
Absolutely, almost an audacious opportunity there, and Schmeichel followed it all the way, but I have to say Manchester United weren't bright and ready for that one. It was a direct free kick.
Bold. First, Cole perhaps was better placed.
Attention please, this is a message from Mr. John Stokes from Darnhill. Mr. John Stokes from Darnhill, please contact the club steward. Thank you.
Overmars, they left him. And he didn't take the opportunity. There was no flag on this side. And the Manchester United defenders were all watching. This is when the pass comes. No question of him being offside. He was clearly on. And it was a real chance.
And for the briefest of seconds there, Gary Neville thought and misthought that Schmeichel was in a position to gather that ball, and it was...
York has pulled away to the far post, but wasn't seen. And the England goalkeeper gets away with a half error.
Wonderful composure by the Arsenal defenders, not for the first time.
A little bit over-eager at the moment. Adams first, then Vieira. The first time the temperature has gone up.
Well, Dixon...
Beautifully taken by Keane. Still Keane! Turned away by David Seaman awkwardly. But a stirring run by Roy Keane. Looked as though he couldn't make it. Managed to take it on. Bit of a dive in by Bold. And turned away.
Well, it was a superb 1-2 in the first place, a clever nutmeg, and then when you felt that he was odds on to score, Seaman thought of him.
Good header, Vieira. Beckham, it's a better cross. Stam came in a bit too far. Or maybe I should say the cross was a bit long for him. Blomqvist. His butt. the referee looks and points, and it's a penalty. Right on the edge of the area, but that doesn't matter in the laws of the game. If it's a foul in the area, it's a penalty. And it was a challenge, in fact, on Johnson by Parla.
Well, the ball had gone and Parla didn't really have to do that. Vieira was coming across. I don't think Gary Willard was in a very good position, I have to say that. And I think at the last second, Parla did try and avoid. I think Arsenal can feel a little hard done by that decision. Obstruction, maybe.
21 goals, to his credit, Dwight York, 15 in the Premiership. He's wide! And just maybe, justice has been done.
Well, and then you have the Arsenal players going to the referee, making their protestations. So silly, and bookings for no reason at all. They're so thrilled, really, that he's missed. They're saying to Gary Willard, there's justice is done, he's shot wide, it should not have been a penalty in the first place. I think it was a difficult decision for the referee, because I really do believe he was in a very, very bad position. But I'll stick to my original feeling, obstruction.
Here's Dwight York, as Vieira got away with a suspiciously looking handball. Here's Beckham, gets it in early, and Cole moves beautifully around Bowl. Good save, David Seaman.
Oh, great save.
Cole really fleet of foot, and Elka tries to match that in pace terms, but on a really greasy surface. That was a wonderful piece of play by Andy Cole. Produced a fine save from the England goalkeeper. It's warming up and becoming the match that one hoped it would become. Arsenal so far haven't seriously missed Manu Patil. It's impossible to say whether things would have been different had he been here. No score. Or Bergkamp, for that matter. Here's Parla. Kanu. Oh, that's beautifully done. But then he took too long. It was Philip Neville went on the follow-up, and Elka scores. But really wonderful play that started that. And Anelka, as a week ago, is the player to find the finish and put, on this occasion, not the French, but Arsenal in front.
A superb piece of deception by Kanu, receiving the ball there. He's started this half a little bit further up the field. He's already twice shielded the ball. There he has it, casually as you like, a little dummy, a left foot ball, then a nick, and a firm finish by Anelka, a man with confidence at the moment. There's the turn. And I suppose from Manchester United's point of view, they could say it was cruelly deflected to Anelka, but it was the skill of Kanu that set the goal up.
Solid again, Hughes in the right place and was pulled by Keane, and then this use of the arm, quite unnecessary, and Keane goes on. Vieira this time for me is the innocent party, and the referee's opinion is what will count.
Yeah, certain yellow card for Keane. And Vieira tried to have nothing to do with it afterwards. Wisely stood away from it. He could have easily got involved there, and I think the Arsenal man will certainly escape punishment. He's going to be booked. Well,
I think Vieira's very unlucky. Apologies to the referee, but I think that's done on reputation. He's just using his arm, he's being pulled back, but it's for that. And in fact, if you look at that, if the referee had that view, he would be entitled to send both off. It is quite ridiculous, this tugging of shirts and shorts, and then Vieira raises his arm and Keane has the right hook. To Philip Neville. And here is Andy Cole, and that is 1-1. It was Beckham who spread it out, Philip Neville who crossed it, and Andy Cole who met it.
There you see him get in front there, he pulls away, pulls off Bold superbly well, a mistake by Bold, but brilliant play by Cole there. He's got in between Bold, pulled away from him, and his movement has left him with a simple chance.
And the goal coming on the hour. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1, Andy Cole's 19th of the season. Beckham and Cole delays for a moment, and rightly, then it gets deflected. It's a corner. Left by York, but it fizzed across the box a bit too much. Here's Roy Keane. Beckham unmarked on the right. And here's Cole. Didn't really get hold of the shot.
Twice in seconds, unselfish play by the two strikers, leaving the ball to run into the path. There's absolutely brilliant play by Dwight York, completely baffling the Arsenal defender with that shimmy and dummy.
This was the earlier chance when he came back outside to give himself the angle. Two players down, but Bold got up to make the block to cut tight. Beckham's crossing is a good one, and Butt couldn't meet it.
Well, that's where Beckham...
A rather earlier entry than had been expected after his hamstring problems. And it's Nicky Butt who's coming off. And this, a risk by Alex Ferguson, it has to be said, bringing Giggs in because he wants to get the gap in the championship race before the onset of the European tournament. Vieira, nicely sorted out. Parla. Vieira. Hughes. Beavis is going outside him. That's looking for Anelka. Got in front of his man.
Could have been a great chance that, Anelka catching Johnson square on.
Lovely dummy again by York. Andy Cole goes for the shot. Disappointing one. They found it difficult to work those moves in the first half. They've had one or two in the second. Look at that.
The third super combination play of this half. Seaman perfectly positioned.
Beautifully played by Giggs. And here is York, and he missed! Not his night.
Well, he looked a certain scorer. Terrific play by Giggs, but Seaman came very quickly and he got the faintest of touches. There's that lovely turn on the inside, and as the ball drifted across, Seaman was quick and maybe he just didn't have the space to steer it home.
The goal kick has been given, although clearly the goalkeeper touched the ball. Square is Scholes. Scholes has gone through the middle and is totally blocked by Bold. Now what action is the referee going to take? There were plenty of people around, but he was going straight through the middle.
Well, there's a blatant obstruction, a clear yellow card, and some may say slightly fortunate, because if Scholes would have gone on there, looked as though it had completely opened up for him. There was a covering player on the left, I think it was Vivas.
It ends at 1-1. Alex Ferguson has to settle for the draw. Arsene Wenger of the two managers will probably be the more pleased. 22nd draw in league matches between these two. United's 150th goal in the fixture on their own ground against Arsenal, not proving to be enough. Arsenal taking the lead in delightful style. The goal set up by Kanu and scored by Anelka. The head of Cole making it 1-1, and the championship race remains wide open still.